Raising itself from the depths of the underworld, Iratus, Lord of the Dead, returns with its new Wrath of the Necromancer DLC. Released on Steam on October 26th, the extra content adds a whole new level of necromancy madness to Unfrozen and Daedalic Entertainment's roguelike dungeon crawling strategy RPG. The DLC adds a whole slew of new craftable items, 2 new minions, skins for your existing monstrosities, and a whole new dungeon, the cemetery, plus an extra ending to add to the undead fun. Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer, leaves the overall plot of the game unchanged, keeping you in the unique reverse role of Iratus, the rightfully angry and villainous necromancer who has been made a pawn one too many times. Initially roused from his slumber by some extremely unlucky grave robbers, you'll first take to murdering your soon-to-be new undead servants and begin your quest for vengeance against those who imprisoned you. Now, after hours of assembling an army of some of the vilest creatures from your worst nightmares, crafting your underground lair, and plowing through the multiple dungeons laced with powerful enemies, you'll finally make your way to the land of the living and realize your dream of extinguishing all life in existence. After successfully ending everything as we know it, the new master of the world gets hit with a reality check and given a choice that no evil conqueror would willingly accept. Taking the mic drop from the gods like a chant, the players are then thrust into the new post-game dungeon, and from then on, players get to massacre their way through the cemetery's denizens and have the chance to experience the added ending that peers into the future of our favorite dark summoner. Now, no evil necromancer is complete without a plethora of undead and freakishly designed creatures at his command and a dark, dank subterranean base of operation. With the new and powerful endgame enemies that join the fray in the Iratus expansion, this Lord of Chaos will still need to make use of everything in his arsenal. Minion crafting is still as prevalent as ever in Wrath of the Necromancer, and with the addition of the 2 new and extremely useful minions, the Reaper and the Abomination, battles along with team building took on a whole new level of fun in this expansion. The expansion's combat still remains true to Lord of the Dead's turn-based strategic 2D battle system. Clash is relying on how intuitively and swiftly you can take out your enemies with stress, physical, or magical-based attacks. The DLC's 2 new minions really shake up entire team compositions and make you feel even mightier as you click and slaughter your way through hordes of foes. I mean, necromancers always need more crafting parts, right? Swooping in like a swift angel of death, the Reaper added a much-needed layer of damage to my stress team. No longer did I have to wait for enemies to die from a heart attack. Now I could take out an enemy in a single blow as soon as I got their stress bars low enough. Acting like my personal meat shield, the Abomination looked just like his role states, a horrifically beaten down fleshy mass of teeth and terror. It was a perfect support tank, soaking up all the punishment and keeping my squishy backline covered and protected, while still dishing out some damage and keeping enemies at bay. Along with these creatures and craftable items that add to and upgrade your army, the expansion also gives us a much welcome feature called Battle Potion. By mixing random crafting items together, players can create beneficial potions that can be unleashed in battle, boosting your party to even greater heights. Combining Iratus' magic with potions that increase stress damage or decreases a foe's luck gives players even more devastating ways to end your foes. It's best to make use of all these new features you have at your disposal, especially on the greater difficulty. And with so many strategic possibilities at your fingertips, combat continues to have an intuitive, fresh, and rewarding feeling when your team composition is finally solidified. I was genuinely surprised by how engaging the Iratus Lord of the Dead was, and the Wrath of the Necromancer expansion only added to the game's depth. I can honestly say I thoroughly loved the experience all the way through. So much so that I took the time to play through everything that I could. Overall, this strategic dungeon crawling roguelike offers one of the most refreshing protagonists out there. His crude and snarky commentary made my exploration and battles all the more entertaining.
Your frail bodies fail you.
After spending hours and hours playing Iratus Wrath of the Necromancer, I never once found myself bored. To sum things up, if a true strategy and team-building RPG is what you crave, then I wholeheartedly recommend grabbing this expansion off of Steam right now. And with that said, my final verdict for this game is a 4 out of 5.